Ladies and gentlemen, we're coming off of the heels of Tables, Ladders, and Chairs. Oh my! This is the P3 knee-jerk reaction.
Yep.
Great. That was very, very jerky.
The P3.
Here we go.
No, and so this was a really, really good event. Starting off the event really quick with AJ Styles and Drew McIntyre. I loved it. I thought it was great. They delivered really well, and the having the factor of the Miz in there, I think was not unexpected, but it was creative. It was something that we didn't think was going to happen. Like,
I didn't. Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
No, you keep going.
No, I'm good.
I interrupted. My bad.
No, you're fine.
Okay, then.
Go ahead.
I didn't watch
after
the match.
you.
Here we go. Well, so much for 5 minutes.
Yes. So, since I'm not going to talk since he's angry, I did watch the match, and it was, well, I caught the end of it. It was a decent match. I'm kind of bummed that the Miz failed to cash in, but it's, that's kind of what they've been doing with Money in the Bank all year. They haven't been able to fucking figure it out. Well, I guess their way of figuring it out was just getting rid of it.
Yep.
And I mean, like, I'm not surprised about that. Are you?
A little bit.
It's been honestly a secondary thing this entire time.
Yeah, I can't even remember the last time I did something productive with the actual Money in the Bank contract. I missed that match, but the next one after with Sasha and Carmella, I came in probably maybe halfway through the match, and what I saw of it was really good. A whole lot of physicality back and forth. Overall, really good from what I saw.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of like they're two of the same basic character, Sasha and Carmella. So it's weird to see that they have kind of joined them together, put them in the same feud. But it worked. It was a good match. Minimal involvement from the Sommelier, as Poot told me how to pronounce it tonight.
Sommelier. WWE, get your shit together. It's not salmonella or whatever the fuck ever you say. It's sommelier. That's what they are. And it takes years of study and knowledge and everything. Shame on you, WWE, for not knowing how to pronounce that properly. Fucking
I don't
shame.
even know what the fuck that is.
A sommelier is someone when you go to a fancy-ass restaurant who knows, about the wines and they describe it to you. Whenever they say that something has subtle notes of figs in it, they actually fucking mean it. There's someone who knows it. So, that's what a sommelier is.
Got it. Okay. What was the next match after that one?
The tag team title match?
Yes. I don't even care about the quality of the match. I'm just happy that Beast's no longer the Cruiserweight champion.
Listen, spoilers, you son of a bitch. Tom just throwing it out there. It doesn't matter. I mean, spoilers. Ransom, what do you say on this? All right, good talk. So moving on from that tag team championship match, because it was just kind of it was good. You know what? I'm not going to say about moving on from it. It was actually pretty good. I will give it that. It was solid. Would you guys agree with me?
I liked how the New Day came out on fire and threw a bunch at him, and then Her Business had to work back from that. And I like the fact that Her Business got a clean pin. That's the big deal.
Putting them at number one, like you said, it put them at a deficit early on. They had to work back from it, and then at the end, they put that seed in the ground of, what was it? Alexander coming in, tagging himself in off of Sheldon Benjamin.
Yeah.
So they're planting the seed of dissent already, which I think might be a little premature, but maybe that's just me.
Yeah, I think to me it kind of seemed a little soon to be doing that. You figured it'd be something that you would do sometime after they got, whenever they go to get it. But anyways,
they have been teasing that kind of shit with the Undisputed Era for the better part of 2 years. and nothing has ever came of it. So
That's
True.
absolutely
Good
true.
point.
That's true.
Good point.
So after that, we had beef.
the women's tag team title match, I believe, if I'm correct here, yeah, which was, Charlotte Flair. Woo! We're all glad to see her back. Just kidding. The P3 podcast hate Charlotte Flair.
I'm no.
we hate-
Don't speak for the rest of us, you dumb just because you hate Charlotte Flair.
Yeah.
All right.
I may not be happy that she's going to be shoved down our throats again because I don't like the taste of plastic, but
That's not what I heard.
you heard
Anyway,
wrong. Anyways, but no,
Sure,
I mean, but she is, she's decent in the ring at least.
Sure. she has made
but-
a lot of strides. We're just not happy to have her back at the top of the card, and
Yeah.
inevitably mean that the women's title back at WrestleMania.
Right,
Spoiler
I'm not happy about that, and obviously I'm never happy about Nia Jax ever getting any time because she's hurts people legitimately. So
Yeah. Well, what do you think of the over under instead of taking it off of Asuka? What do you say they run with this tag team championship reign plus Asuka having the championship, and then somehow, some way, in some fucky universe, Charlotte somehow takes that championship off of Bayley, and then all of a sudden all the belts are consolidated into two human beings. Hi, Ransom. How you doing? Nope,
no.
he's gone again. All right.
He
He gone.
gone.
All right.
He said it was
so-
on Bluetooth, so his headset may be dying or dead.
Maybe that's it. Okay.
Well, okay. Well, let's press forward on this. So, like, what do you guys think about that idea of like consolidating all the belts somehow, some weird way on them?
No, I in general, I'm not a fan of having all the belts in one place. I liked having them on the Undisputed Era last year, and because it made sense. But in this particular instance, no. I'm gonna have to go with no.
Yeah, I don't like the fact that they already only have like one women's championship, which is understandable. I mean, one women's tag team championship, which is understandable because obviously the male roster is deeper than the female roster is. However, they don't do anything with the women's tag team championship. Sorry about that. I was getting a phone call. So I don't like that. I don't like even further consolidation. It just doesn't. Yeah.
Well, no, and I get that. It was just something that I figured I would pose because I could see it being a reality.
Right.
Anyway, after that, and hopefully we'll get Alec Ransom back in here whenever he can figure out his technical issues. After that, Beef, what do we have? You're the master of ceremonies, buddy. I always defer to you.
God's sake. Oh, I don't know. The other title match, which was fantastic, which was Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns. Them finally getting Roman Reigns is
Over?
awesome. Well, just understanding how the character needs to be held is a big deal. Mix that in with Kevin Owens' consummate professional attitude and what he can fucking do. Fucking great match by both of them.
And both of them took ridiculous bumps. Like both of them did. Like Kevin Owens, obviously, I think because of his just because of his skill set, he was able to take more fantastical bumps. But Roman Reigns, man, that's the thing. It's like now I feel like we're starting to get to the point with Roman Reigns, and this is a discussion possibly for another podcast, but I feel like honestly Roman Reigns is starting to get to the point that he doesn't need another fantastic wrestler to carry him to a good match. I feel like he can stand on his own 2 feet in a good match. Would you guys agree?
Yeah, I'd say that. And the character right now is probably the best it's ever been. This is what I think this is like whenever we've said like just turn Reigns heel, just turn him heel, just turn him heel. Like this has been what I feel like a lot of us have been clamoring for a while, and I love that it's coming off great. I'm loving it. It's good stuff for Reigns right now.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And a very physical match, exactly what they needed to be and exactly what they needed to do. And I mean, it sucks for KO, but hopefully he'll keep getting the push here and keep on feuding with Reigns, and we'll see more of it.
Well, then of course we had the final match. We had the Inferno match between the Fiend and what?
The Firefly Inferno match.
Oh, the Firefly Inferno match. That's right. Between the Fiend Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton. And of course, I got to start this off by saying here, fellas, it is so nice to see WWE investing in a young upstart like Randy Orton. I got to say, hopefully he'll have a finisher that's iconic and can be gifable and memeable one day. And he'll be able to afford a house that's not on some back lot in some middle of nowhere town. And, his name will actually carry some weight. Yeah, like in Poughkeepsie. It's one of those things that, I get it, and I feel like they're setting up, joking aside, I feel like they're setting up for something on Monday, obviously, with the way that the match worked out. But it just seems too obtuse for me. I feel like Fiend could have used this win to push himself over the edge of being that next supernatural phenom. Maybe I'm just spitballing here, but I come on. Why won't they just completely pull the trigger on the Fiend?
Well, and I have no problem with how it went down. My only gripe is that they should have, had a blackout and have the Fiend gone from the ring, and then either on the screen or have his laugh echoing from the arena, something like that. I think would have served a better purpose on this particular evening.
I agree.
It's going to be, and it's obviously going to be a thing where they're drawing it out a little bit, where they're going to have Alexa kind of come out.
Beef, you're gone. Beef, you're gone.
Fading, Beef. He was fading there. He had the Matrix dick again.
I'm back. Am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
No, I was just saying that I think it's going to be a long-term.
Oh no, you're gone again.
Damn it!
You're
good.
Your quality is very quiet and garbled.
You're good. Go.
I think that Alexa's going to tease his return for a little bit, and he may not come back till probably the Royal Rumble.
Okay, that's smart. I'll take that. I like that. Have Alexa basically be the herald. I kind of like that.
I think that's probably what they will do. I agree with Beef. I would have liked to have seen. I would have liked to seen the ending of it just go a little bit differently. Orton may have won that battle, but the Fiend ultimately always wins because he's this ever present entity. And the fact if he would have disappeared, it's okay, yeah, you may have won the match, but I'm not going away anytime soon. And just that having that laughter and then fade out to black, and
they could have always done it better. But I think we need to just wait and see what happens tomorrow or tonight, whenever this episode goes up. Hopefully, as soon as possible.
By the way,
the match was really good.
That's one thing I'll say. The best Inferno match I've seen, and probably the best Orton Bray Wyatt match I've seen.
Well, no, agreed, absolutely agreed. And if you didn't watch it, you should. But we shall see how they handle this, because I'm crossing my fingers with the advent of USA saying they wanted more adult content from WWE. That gives a lot of lateral movement for the Fiend, especially of any talent, because whenever we hear adult content, we immediately jump to the idea of the sexual content. But really, this gives a lot of
sexual, baby.
Okay, tripod. the lateral, it gives a lot of lateral movement to characters like the Fiend. It really does.
Right.
To do things that are a little more heavy-handed and a little more grotesque. So I'm okay with seeing where that goes. But in the meantime, we're going to have to wait until Raw and everything. Really fast, and I'm sorry, Ransom, this is legitimate. Technical issues on Ransom's side. I'm sorry you really didn't get a word in edgewise on this one. Don't worry, we'll do more of these because I kind of like this. This is a lot of fun. Really quick, and no explanation needed. Just really quick, let's give our grades for this event. Tom, give me your grade.
Pass.
Okay, then I will go ahead and do it first here. I'm going to give this a solid B. I think this was a solid B. There were no matches that made me roll my eyes or made me unentertained or unsports entertained. So I'm going to give it a solid B. Again, I think it was because of decisions that were made. There was obviously it was a vehicle for Charlotte Flair to come back, but just overall, I was sports entertained and not on the average. I think it was a little above average, so I give it a B. Beef?
B plus.
You're giving it a B plus, okay?
Yeah.
I'll go with that.
I like it.
I'll go with a B plus. That's good.
That was a B plus player pay-per-view.
All right. So now let's get Ransom's opinion. Good talk. All right. Ransom gives it a B plus as well. What do you guys think? Let us know over on our Facebook page at facebook.com. Just search for the Pittsburgh Piledriver podcast or look in the description of this video here on YouTube. Also, make sure to go check out our sponsors. Again, links in the description, and we will see you guys on the next full episode of the P3 podcast. Make sure to have yourselves a Merry Mother Christmas.
Good night, everybody.